Peggy 3.
This is going to give you the power to explore a completely different reality and rewrite history. Hello, I'm Carl Anker and welcome to your Football Manager 2024 feature wrap-up. This video is going to serve as a one-stop shop for all of the feature drops, all the gameplay upgrades that make FM24 the most complete edition to date, including a long-awaited new league, match-ending upgrades, a refresh to set pieces, new transfer developments, agents, player interactions, and much, much more. Plus, some brand new unseen upgrades that we're going to reveal right here for the very first time. When you load up FM24 for the first time, you'll be given the chance to bring your FM23 progress with you. So you can pick up right where you left off and continue your career with all the brand new features that FM24 brings. FM24 delivers an enhanced matchday experience that takes the drama to newer heights. But before we get under the hood, one thing you'll notice immediately are the improvements to lighting and pitch textures, which are going to elevate your matchday visuals, be it day or night or across the season. On the pitch, positional play is an evolving philosophy that seeks to create overloads and get the better of opponents in possession. Popularised by Cruyff and pushed forward by the likes of Pep, it's an approach that sees players take up positions that help create numerical advantages with passing triangles and diamonds. In FM24, you'll notice your players are more aware of each other than ever before, and they will look to complement their teammates when it comes to finding or indeed covering space. Players are going to behave more intelligently, adjusting their positions based on their roles and the movement of teammates around them. More passing lanes are going to be open to them, and they're going to have a better ability to play through the lines. This will allow your team's shape to dynamically adjust between different phases of attack. Happy days. You'll also see more authentic player movements thanks to data we've obtained from a new partner within the professional game, which greatly improves the authenticity and fluidity of the animations. You can also bring these movements to life using a brand new role, the inverted fullback. Picture Kyle Walker at Manchester City. This new role functions like a traditional fullback when defending, but transitions to become a third centre-back when you are in possession. So it's over to you to experiment with a back three when building attacks, dropping into a back four without the ball. You'll be in good company. That's what all the top sides are doing. When your playmakers are spraying passes all over the place, you'll notice changes to ball physics as well, meaning the ball itself will now float and spin more authentically, with deflections appearing more realistic as well. With the engine's visuals delivering the slickest matchday experience for the series, there's no better lens for your trip to Japan, as the J-League has finally made its long-awaited debut in Football Manager. This new license for FM24 fully unlocks Japan as a playable nation, delivering the J1, J2 and J3 leagues with official logos, kits and player photos. With an incredible wealth of talent, as evidenced by the amount of successful Japanese imports across the European stage, you can now scout the nation for future prospects as you look to recruit exciting new players for your club. In FM24, expert insight from those at the forefront of transfer dealings drive significant improvements to squad building, and this is going to help you offload those unwanted players. First up, a new Ask Agent About Market Interest option means you can kickstart a conversation with the player's agent to unearth potential buyers. This gives you a good understanding of the market and a new level of insight, but it won't guarantee a sale every time. So, in order to help you make a sale, you'll now be able to hire intermediaries who make their debut in FM24. Intermediaries are brokers recruited by your director of football. These can generate interest in a player and help move them on for a percentage of the fee. The more skilled the intermediary, the more commission they'll demand. So, use them wisely. While you're getting supported in moving on players, your opposition managers are going to be smarter than ever before when it comes to squad building. So brace yourself for some battles in the transfer market. Rival managers have been reprogrammed to recognise imbalances within their own squad. They're now going to take their tactical style more into consideration before delving into the transfer market. For example, if they're looking for a midfielder for their Gegenpressing system, they're going to specifically scout for players with the relevant attributes, like high stamina and work rate, and then they're going to grab them and slot right into their teams. They're also more intelligent when it comes to selecting their matchday squads. Opposition managers are now going to better consider key factors like form, reputation, and potential when they're going to be naming their starting 11 as well as their substitutes. They're also going to use their high potential players in more realistic scenarios in order to give them much needed game time in order to accelerate their development. Intricately woven within FM24's gameplay upgrades and brand new additions is a reworked financial system. This is going to dramatically enhance the authenticity of how clubs must operate in a modern footballing world. Several new financial fair play enhancements will also force you to pay closer attention to your spending. Jostling for marginal gains is at the very heart of elite football, with managers constantly trying to find ways to get the better of their opponents. With that in mind, Football Manager 2024 includes set-piece coaches for the first time ever. Will help drive a refreshed set-piece creator, so you can find that winning edge on both ends of the pitch. With this tool, the focus of every routine is on the players with the most appropriate attributes, delivering new ways to create match-winning routines in different scenarios. Leaning further on the expertise of your new coach, you'll also have a better understanding of your opponent's strengths from set pieces too. In football, there are often bumps on the path to glory. Slumps in form, players lacking confidence, standards dropping in training, we've all seen it before. In Football Manager 2024, you can now inspire your players to reach new heights by setting performance targets in order to elevate their levels. These can include goals, assists, and clean sheets, as well as both training and match performance markers. You can apply these to your current first team players or as a way of encouraging lone players to achieve their best while they're out on development. Offering a playing time pathway can significantly boost a player's interest in joining your club, but it can be a little difficult to justify whether they should be promised a regular spot in a few seasons. So, you can now offer a target directly in the contract negotiation stream. You'll now also benefit from far more logical responses to praise or criticism, as well as a wider range of responses. No more tantrums for congratulating your star player on a hat-trick. You're going to be focused on your own squad building. So we've given upgrades to the squad planner to give you more focus on when as well as where your attention is needed. And if a position needs strengthening, you're going to have a better understanding of your squad balance. Alongside this, a revamped design for the national pool will give you an enhanced picture of the talent available for your national team. With brand new views, you've now got a much improved perspective of how players can fit into your system while keeping an eye out for players on the cusp of their first call-up. A deeper dive into the squad planner and national pool improvements are coming soon, with FMFC subscribers getting first look. So, sign up now to get that delivered into your inbox. You have a choice of 3 new ways to set up your game world. Original mode is the traditional way of playing Football Manager, where you'll have an up-to-date squad at the start of your career, mirroring the real-life transfers from the closure of the transfer window. Real World is the most up-to-date experience, with players beginning at the clubs they were registered at the start date of your career. Then, they'll move to their new club on the same day as they did in real life. And then there's Your World, where club squads and budgets will be accurate at the start of the 23-24 season, with no real-life transfers reflected after that. This is going to give you the power to explore a completely different reality and rewrite history. And there we have it. Upgrades and new additions across a host of key areas dramatically elevate FM24 to deliver the most complete edition in the series. You can pre-purchase anytime before full launch on November 6th from a participating digital retailer to get 10% off, plus early access on Steam and Epic for PC. So, follow @Football Manager across socials for more updates, including what's new in FM24 Touch, FM24 Console, and FM24 Mobile. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go find someone to badger for a code. Take care.